just kind of going through it. At the beginning of May, my husband John died. He fought hard with cancer and it just was too far progressed. So I'm dealing with that, but I'm continuing on making videos because he was the one who encouraged me to make videos in the first place. I'm in a very different location. I always like to do my end of the year freakout tag in a very different place, usually outside. This one is now under my maple tree. It is nice and shady on a hot day. This is my mid-year freakout tag for 2026. My best book of the year so far, I have mentioned many times, and that is Between Two Fires. I knew this was going to be a hit right away. I just didn't know how big of a hit. There are so many things that this book does right, and it is my kind of story. I don't particularly think of myself as a horror lover, but apparently if you said it in the Middle Ages, I love it. I have so many videos talking about this one. I'm not going to go into detail. Medieval horror during the plague. Lots of angels and demons. Very cool. The best sequel that I read is called Treacherous is the Night. It is the second book in the Verity Kent series. I adore this series. There is something in the romance trope that I like. There is something in this character that I really like. She's just a very cool person. I would very much love to be her friend. Best sequel. First book is called This Side of Murder. New releases that I want to read. Everybody in This Bank is a Thief. The Library After Dark looks super fun. This was in my most anticipated books of the year. Wild People Quiet peaked on my radar. I've been very much in the Canadian author atmosphere right now, and this one popped up, and I always think like, why am I interested in this one? And then I reread the description and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. So I've got that one on hold currently. Very excited. I think it's going to be a good summer book. Most anticipated books for the end of the year. Nobody's Surprised, Exit Party by Emily St. John Mandel. Instant buy, auto buy author. Everybody and their uncle is excited for ACOTAR number 6, I think it is. And get your pre-orders in now. Also, Paper Ghosts by Sarah Addison Allen. She's my new favorite author this year. Well, I read her last year, but I think she's my new feel-good author that I'm just really loving. And she comes out with a new book this year, so add that to my long list. My biggest disappointment. I've only read 23 books so far, so I did not have a lot to choose from, but the one that I think I had very high expectations for was What We Can Know by Ian McEwan. I really wanted to love this. I really did. There's so much in it that I have so much to say, and yet at the same time, it felt like a bit of a self-indulgence. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. When you've been a writer for so long, you feel like you can kind of get away with a little bit of slowness, I guess. Biggest surprise is actually one of my Canadian reads, and that was Glory by Gillian Wigmore. I really attached to this. I think I talked at length about this one. It's a very short book, but I think because it was set up north in BC, and that's where I'm from, that I had a lot to relate to, as well as being a postpartum mother. There's a lot there for me to delve into. Favorite new author as Sarah Addison Allen. Sorry, the dogs are barking because we're outside. Also, Christopher Bielman, of course. I would read something else by him for sure. And then I was also thinking Beth Brower, who writes the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon. I am really enjoying this right now. I've got the second book on hold right now, and I'm very much looking forward to delving into that one. My favorite character, I've already talked about her, Verity Kent from the Verity Kent mystery series. Love it. Ready for book number 3. Right. Most of this video is just me waiting for dogs to stop barking and cars to stop thrumming. Book that made me cry, Hamnet. Book that made me happy, Girl Who Chased the Moon. That one also made me cry though too, so she could count for both. The most beautiful book that I've bought this year would have to be Rue. I'm waiting very patiently for Quebec to be drawn so that I can read this one because I'm super excited for it. It is a short little book, but I'm so very excited. I would also say I kind of argue about whether or not this is beautiful, but I love the design, the skeleton and the armor, like, come on. Things that I need to read by the end of the year, that would obviously be finish my top 10, and I'll link that video below, and continue on my Canada Reads Challenge. With the way things are going for my reading right now, my guess is that I'm not going to finish reading all provinces and territories by the end of the year, but I'm going to try my hardest. The last one that I wanted to talk about was this one, Ascender. I've heard 0 people talk about it, and it's got the coolest premise. So she talks to the dead. She is locked into an irrevocable compact with Sebaster, a terrifying eldritch being. I don't know if it's romancy. It's definitely fantasy. It's definitely fantasy. I love reading gothic type stuff in the summer, so I am game to either read this in the summertime or in the darker months. So this is one that I would love to read by the year end. And that's it. That's where I'm at. And I'm just going to keep making these videos because it's a way that I can honor John's passion to encourage people to do things that they wouldn't otherwise normally do, and this is definitely something I would not have started doing without his encouragement and his cheerleading. So thank you, John. My name is Karen. I'm the Book Libronaut. I love exploring all different types of books. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon.